here we are again for another driving video.
Yes, close to downtown Greenville.
We are on Pleasantburg right now.
But we're like deep Pleasantburg. Whenever I think Pleasantburg as well, I'm thinking like Bob Jones University, Pleasantburg.
Yes. So great thing about Pleasantburg, this area that we're in, which we're driving around that side of Pleasantburg and then also the other side of Pleasantburg. Main vein Pleasantburg, there's tons of local businesses. Like you've got a textbook store, probably because of the vicinity to Bob Jones.
Well, I mean, you've got Greenville Tech right across the road.
Oh, yes. A ton of stuff like that. Some nice local restaurants. You're also right there at 385. 385 comes right through.
Yes.
Downtown is just this way.
This is an area that I would just call like, hey, this part of Greenville has been here for a very long time.
Yes.
So you're going to have more established neighborhoods, established businesses that have been there forever. You're going to see a little bit of the older style of buildings, which is say buildings because it's not just houses over here.
Yeah. Like the place we just had coffee, Grateful Brew.
Yes.
That style of building, it's like a giant offset A-frame.
Yeah,
awesome.
Super quirky, unique, and
not something people would build today.
No, definitely not.
But that being said, we're not just going to see old stuff. I believe that there's a bit of variety in this neighborhood because at the age that it is, things get torn down and rebuilt, or this neighborhood on the right is a perfect example where you've got
newer homes
mixed in with some older homes, which I believe we might drive through that way later. We'll see.
Yeah.
But it's just a nice area, Aubree.
Well, it's that, and then you also get into the historic areas.
Yeah.
So the homes over here that are just more like you have to have a design review board meeting in order to do any type of updates. I can tell you right now, these homes, some of them are very old, some of them are brand new.
Yeah, like
this one.
This one, exactly. It's a nice house though.
So this house is actually really old with a newer facade.
Ah, yes. Okay, so I have a question for you. This is a trend that I've been seeing a lot, especially in new builds and in recent, remodels. This thing. But instead of being stones though, they do like rectangular concrete pads every once in a while as your walkway, or even I've seen it on a driveway in this neighborhood. I was at a new build in this neighborhood the other day that had that going on. What do you think of it?
I mean, if you have the right grass, then I think you'll be just fine. I think if you don't maintain your yard, you're gonna have an issue.
I just saw pollen falling from the trees.
Oh, it's everywhere. See, like you've got a 90s build over here, but you have new construction just back there.
And that looks like another one of these older houses with maybe a bit of a fresh coat of paint. That's what we'll call it.
See, like they don't do stacked stone like this anymore.
Yeah. And this one's for sale.
Yeah.
How much are houses in this neighborhood going for?
So this neighborhood, I would say anywhere from 500 to 800 plus, depending on size, yard size. Is it a newer home? Is it a older historic home? And it's all based upon how close you are to downtown Greenville. This right here is a location buy.
This is 100%. I imagine it'd be kind of hard to do, not impossible, but it'd probably be a little hard to do some comps in here just because everything is so different. Like
very, very different.
This is the first house that I've seen in here that's like brick and it's small, Original. It's like, how do you comp that in a neighborhood where there aren't any others like it?
See, like you've got this house over here, which is old, then you've got this one right here, which is definitely brand new. Golly, I feel like I constantly have to sneeze. The pollen is driving me nuts.
Yeah, I saw it falling from the tree.
Anyways, so if I sneeze, okay, well, we're going to be fine.
We're going to be fine.
See, brand new brick house. So probably what ended up here is they couldn't save the house that was there.
Another thing I want to point out of the neighborhood we just drove through, a lot of street parking.
So much street parking.
I noticed a few detached garages, a few driveways.
Yes.
But a lot of people parking on the street.
Yep, because they're just thinking like the lots are very small. And if you do have a larger lot, then that's where the price goes up.
So we had to stop really quick because there's something very important that we need to talk to you about.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
So you love the neighborhood that we just drove through, or you saw the house for sale and you want more information about that. So you should reach out to our team and scan the QR code that's up here on the screen and say, hey, Aubree just drove an older neighborhood, downtown Greenville. I want more information. You'll get somebody from our team and we would love to help.
So really quick, I also want to point out that we have some great resources for you guys, because if we're driving this neighborhood and you're like, maybe that's not the one for me, but I do love Greenville.
Yes.
There's something that's coming to mind for me right now, which is the circle sheet, which has a bunch of stuff, amenities, lifestyle that you want to live. You circle the things that you want, and it'll help you decide which area is best for you when you come to town.
Exactly. Because I know, and Michael knows, and our team knows that choosing exactly where you want to land can be a little overwhelming whenever you're looking at Greenville. So reach out to us, and our team, Christy or Felicia, would love to give you more information. Yeah. Now, okay, I just turned on to Augusta Road. Augusta Road, again, older area, established businesses. You've got the boutiques along Augusta Road, restaurants. Like, you can do majority of your life just along Augusta Road.
The nested fig garden.
Well, that sounds like fun.
That does sound like fun. Also,
yes.
Not to be that guy, we are on Augusta Street.
Oh, but excuse me.
I always get confused though, because is there an Augusta Road? Because we call it Augusta Road, but we're on Augusta Street.
Huh.
Where's Augusta Road?
That's so interesting. There is an Augusta Road.
I know, and it's in this area. We just passed Augusta Drive also.
I think Augusta Road is actually, it runs into 25. I think like not the best side of Greenville.
Interesting.
That's where it is. But a lot of people, when they refer to Augusta Road, they refer to Augusta Street.
Yeah, which is this neighborhood. This is where you want to be.
This is the area.
Yeah.
And what's nice too, and this is what I think we're going to start seeing even more of, is people who live in these neighborhoods, the closer you get down, and we're only like 4 minutes from downtown Greenville.
Right.
I think you're going to see more people on golf carts.
Ah, yes. Normally we film on Fridays. Today's Monday, and it's about 10 a.m. right now, just for perspective for everybody. But yeah, here we've got
brand new, older, and
it's all mixed in. I like this house. Look at that.
Yes.
Porch. That's nice.
Something that I pay attention to a lot too is, one, Greenville has bike lanes everywhere.
Yeah.
Greenville became a big cycling community about a decade and a half ago, when George Hencampy really set up shop here in the upstate. He lives just north of TR, actually.
Oh.
We're going to call this a neighborhood because West Ferris, you've got a wide range of price ranges on this neighborhood, on this road.
As we're driving through here, we're also going to end up in a completely different neighborhood that was also very nice, but developed a little later, the Parkins Mill area.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to driving through there because I really love that.
Okay, this is something too. Greenville does have a lot of driveways that are either you're going to be really steep down or you're going to be steep up. See, right there's one.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's a nice place right there.
That's a spread.
So look at this yard.
Yeah.
It's like
outdoor kitchen.
Cottage vibes.
You've got the creek running through the front yard. This neighborhood, easy. You're looking upwards of $700,000-$800,000 plus.
Mm-hmm.
And the houses really they're not that big. You can get some very large houses in the neighborhood, but more than likely you're going to end up anywhere from, I would say, 1,200 square feet to maybe 2,800 square feet. There are some much larger homes in the area, upwards of 3,000, 4,000 square feet. We actually passed one not too long ago. I watched it be built off of West Ferris Road. It's an easy $2 million house.
Oh,
so
yeah. A lot of the houses that are getting built in this area,
oh yeah,
they're taking out the old small house and putting a giant new house on it.
Mega mansion.
Yeah.
But like, again, design review board, very important because we're within Greenville city limits. And when you're within Greenville city limits, you get the privilege of paying both Greenville city taxes, Greenville county taxes, and then of course everything's on city water and so on.
On the taxes thing, being in Greenville city limits, I have a question here.
Okay.
What do you get in return for paying for getting the privilege of paying the Greenville city tax.
Services. That's what you get.
Right. I guess my more specific question is, what do you get in Greenville city limits that you don't get in Greenville County?
Augusta Road Baptist Church.
Right. Like everything's
Anyways.
called Augusta Road, but we're on Augusta Street. Anyway,
Correct.
sorry.
Anyways, what you get. So you have city, fire, police, EMS. You're close to hospitals, trash service, recycling service.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. Because if you're in Taylor's, like I used to live in Taylor's, which is technically unincorporated Greenville.
Correct.
But we call it Taylor's. The trash is private.
Yes, you have to contract out or you have to take your trash to the dump yourself.
Yeah. But just something to think about. So if you live in Greenville city limits, you don't have to deal with that, I guess.
Right. Also, Greenville city limits, they're going to take care of your roads.
Yeah, the roads are much nicer here. What is this? Oh,
A house.
very nice house.
A house.
I just noticed the giant stone gate.
This is also the area you're going to see. Greenville has some really, like they've got the Cape Cod style house. That's a big prevalent style here. But you also have every so often those beautiful mid-century moderns.
Yeah, we passed 1 minute ago.
You did. It is not your cookie cutter style homes in downtown Greenville.
This road we're driving down is giving me old money vibes.
Very much. And if we were to drive over in the North Main area, this would also be it.
Yes.
Also in this area, this is where a lot of people, like there's actually been people who have moved houses over here. You can tell the neighborhoods based upon sometimes it's historic districts.
Yeah.
Again, like you've got the colonials, you've got the modern house for sale, gorgeous porches.
Yes, porches. We haven't even talked porches.
We haven't talked porches.
And we need to.
Because that's a southern thing. Yes, you get porches in the north. I get it. My in-laws have a gorgeous front porch. But here, you definitely have a porch. Because a lot of these older homes, before they got HVAC, they would spend the evening out on the front porch.
Yeah.
That's what people did. I mean, in the evenings, it's usually very mild. Sometimes you got the heat going on still. Oh, see? Mid-century modern.
Yes, I love it.
There's a Frank Lloyd Wright house in Greenville off of North Main Street that sold a couple years ago.
Speaking of the porches,
Yes.
as a man, there's like an image in my head of staying up all night on the porch with a shotgun, you know? And you can't do that if you don't have a porch.
This is true. Michael with a shotgun. I'm not sure about that.
You also need the rocking chair to really complete the
Oh,
image.
yes. Yes.
And I feel like every time you see that in a movie, the guy's got gray hair, so I got a while to go.
Yeah. Yeah. If you love our videos and you're trying to learn more about Greenville, Spartanburg, Anderson, you should come hang out with me on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. for the Greenville Gab Show. It is 8 p.m. sharp, and we talk about all things upstate, mostly Greenville development, lifestyle, and just helping you get to know this area. And here's the fun part. I answer your questions live, giving you the information that you, the viewer, need. So I'll see you then.
Really quick, we're on a bit of a tangent here, and I'm
Sorry.
just noticing that Ferris at Cleveland, you've got Edward Jones, wealth management, some engineers, orthodontics. What I'm getting at is that you are going to get some more of your more specialty health
Oh, very much.
practices in this neighborhood, and you're probably also going to get a lot of your more holistic wellness
Yes.
kind of amenities
Yes.
around here, around these parts.
Always nice to note where maybe if you're not looking to buy something right now and it's more of a rental situation, not a terrible place to live, very walkable.
Yeah, look at this nice little bridge for walking.
There's the Reedy River.
Oh, that's the Reedy River.
Yep. So we actually started this video on the other side of Greenville Tech.
Yes.
And now we're,
Coming around the back.
here we are.
Head and neck specialist. So here we have some more of your, here's a professional park with a lot of your
Yes.
more specialty
All
health
sorts of different
practices.
businesses and such.
What do you study at Greenville Tech?
So it's your community college.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to get your basics. You can get a degree from Greenville Tech. Just past the nursing sciences building. Overall, there is a lot of healthcare. You'd be able to get degrees in, etc. All sorts of different.
That's a golf course.
Yes. Which golf course? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. It looks nice.
I don't golf, but I have friends that golf.
Yeah, this neighborhood that we're in is the Parkins Mill area, and we're going to turn left onto Parkins Mill Road.
Yes.
And you can immediately see we've got some much larger lots happening.
Very much. Now, I'm not 100% sure if we are considered city or county here.
Yeah, all of the city limits in this area are just, they make no sense. You know, it's like maybe this house is in the city limits and then that one's not.
Right.
And then that one is.
But these homes with the much larger yards, etc., the average price point over here is definitely more $900,000 to $1 million plus.
Oh, yeah.
And now I do want to note for our people who watch that are like, yeah, we're not going to be able to afford that. This is a part of Greenville that I don't think is shown as often because it's very residential. These people aren't super close to grocery stores. They do have to drive a little bit further. They do get the emergency services, etc. Or just the city services. We've got another house for sale.
Yeah.
Decent amount of inventory on the market right now as well. Oh. Whee! Aubree's talking and not paying attention to the jeepus. So, okay, very different neighborhood.
Very
from what
different.
We just drove.
Yes.
These homes are, what'd you say? I would say like 60s, 70s. Maybe
100%.
even some are like maybe in the 80s. And those are going to be the newer homes in this neighborhood.
Yeah, whereas the other neighborhood was probably, I don't know, 50s-ish.
Yeah. Look at all the people walking.
Yep, that's a good sign.
It's a great sign, especially like this time in the morning. And it's a neighborhood that doesn't have sidewalks.
Instead, we've got a bunch of humps.
Yeah.
Let's turn right. There's a listing here. This is the one that we put in our GPS, 307 Wembley.
Over here on the left. Very cute. Painted brick. Okay.
That's not going to be a $900,000 house.
No, that will not be. This neighborhood, I think, easy for $500,000. But again, it's location.
Right.
Location. Oh my word. What do you think about the color of this house?
I love it. I just love this whole house, the yard, these people.
That is a vibe.
That is a whole vibe. Like, I want to hang out with them.
We just have to do the drive-by. This is not a cookie cutter neighborhood at all.
No, it's not. I mentioned earlier, it's hard to do comps in that neighborhood. It's probably easier in here because even though there is some variety, you do have a lot of similar style and size as far as the houses go.
Yes.
And the lots go. But as you kind of go street by street, you'll see where, you know, as we first got into the neighborhood, you've got giant lots and giant houses. And here it's a little bit more modest.
Overall, I think like this area we're driving right now is definitely more average price point. You're going to get smaller homes, older homes, kind of in your 300s, maybe mid 4s without too much of a problem over here. And this neighborhood backs up to the Lawrence Road neighborhood, Lawrence Road area.
Yes. Actually, that's Lawrence Road right there, I think.
That's it. Yeah, y'all. Hope you enjoyed our quick tour of downtown neighborhoods that have been here for quite some time. See, another house for sale. That's adorable.
I love that.
Scan that QR code, and that's how you reach out to us at the Aubree Lewis Group. We would love to answer your questions, so scan the QR code.
Well, thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Go watch the next video.